So, renting versus buying, what would I do? And of course, I'm going to say buy like 99% of the time because I'm a realtor, I'm in the industry, and I understand it. But the reality is that if you're somebody coming to me and you're not really 100% sure, I'm never going to persuade you to buy if you're not 100% ready because you're going to waste your time, you're going to waste my time. And not to sound harsh about it, but everyone's time is valuable. So if you're not 100% committed, I'm not going to try to give you that extra push because what if we're looking for several months and then you tell me, you know what, I'm not really interested. So my take on renting versus buying, if you can afford the mortgage and it makes sense for you and your family, then I would say buy because you are going to build equity, over time in the house. But of course, you have to think about it long term. Um, Even though you can probably sell in 2 years and probably have equity, it's not always the case. So if you're going to buy, a primary residence, always think long term because maybe in 2 years is not the right time to sell. You will not be able to get your money back. So, of course, circumstances change. So, with that being said, there are many programs that you can qualify for and different types of loans that if you feel like you can afford the mortgage, but you don't have the funds to pay the full down payment or to cover the closing costs, there's different loans. So, most of the primary residence, it's anywhere from 3 to 5% down and depending what loan you go with, but there's even 100% financing. So VA loans, if you're a veteran and you qualify for one, that's 100% financing, meaning you only need to come up with the closing costs, which is your taxes, insurance, lender fees, and title fees. um, and a lot of the times, those closing costs can even be negotiated for the seller to pay some of it or majority of it, meaning that the day of closing, you're going to have a very minimal amount to bring. So it can be $2,000 or even less. And another program that you can use if you're looking in the rural areas, so outside of the city, it's a USDA loan. That's another loan that's 100% financing. And then again, you just have to worry about your closing costs and you can still negotiate for that closing cost to be covered by the sellers, or even builders are offering to pay all of it in order for you to move into their communities that they're building. But if that's not a route that you can qualify for, FHA requires 3.5% down and conventional requires 3% down if you're a first time home buyer. So with these types of loans, it was just going to be based on what type of scenario you're going through, which one you qualify, what better fits your criteria, your credit, your income, and what you're trying to accomplish, of course. So if you are interested in learning more about what type of loan fits you best or what can you do to obtain a home because you can afford to pay rent, you can probably afford to pay a mortgage. I would love the opportunity to talk to you and give you kind of like my pointers, what I think, and guide you into the right steps. Lastly, there's also down payment assistance that you can use, and that will cover your down payment amount. So if you have your closing costs, but you don't have your down payment, you can use down payment assistance. There's, of course, different criteria to that, and the lender will be able to check if you qualify for that and if it's a good fit for you.